So this video will be a quick walkthrough of what Beautiful Life is and what has been achieved in Beautiful Life. So as you can see, Beautiful Life starts with a nice user interface, and basically here is telling you what you can do, what you have to do, and some basic control that you have to be aware of. And by pressing tab here or anywhere, you can check your status basically, and also what you are working, and also how much money you possess. So the first thing you have to do here is to go to work. So as you can see, this is the street and this is the platform, the MTR station. As you can see, the design of it is really similar to real life, like what you will see in an MTR station, and also the inner structure of the MTR is exactly imitating like the MTR you will see in Hong Kong. And also, of course, there are a lot of people, tons of people when you're going to work. And the first mini games as shown here is working mini games. So basically what you have to do here is type exactly what the system told you to type, and check it, of course, and to send it, so to make sure there is no mistakes. So this kind of mechanism is sort of frustrating but also interesting in the very first place. And afterward, there are two activities that will be introduced. The first one is cooking. So cooking is simple. You simply go to the supermarket to buy all the ingredients you need. Then you go back home and click on that dishes, and then you can simply start cooking. So cooking allows you to boost up your health level and also your energy health level. So yeah, as you can see here. And also the second activity that will be introduced is playing piano. So you simply press the key, the number key accordingly as shown on the screen. And yeah, again, playing the piano is also to boost up your status, which are hobby and comfort level. Then that is the end of the first day. The players are forced to go to sleep. And the second day of Beautiful Life, players are again introduced to three new kinds of activities. The first one is to go to the doctor office. So as you can see here, you will visit a doctor whose name is Dr. Cole, and he will greet you first and ask you to play some simple Scrabble games and puzzle games. So after that, the doctor will ask you some questions, and then you can choose to answer. For example, here I've chosen like comfort, and then my comfort level is increased. So here, the first one is sort of like a rewarding system, but also to suggest that the player is suffering from certain kind of illness. And the second activity here is going to gym. And the third activity is going to bar. So these all kind of activities again are just for boosting up energy and health level, comfort level, social level, for example. And also in the later stage, which I will explain later, is to unlock achievement. So after the tutorials, as I've said before, you can see the achievement system here, in which there are lists of achievement which allows players to unlock. And the third day, the fourth, and the fifth day basically follow the same routine, in which players have to go to work. Then they can choose their activities they prefer to perform, and maybe level up their cooking level, piano level, for instance. And also here is a letter saying that you have done really well for the company and they're rewarding you. So these are all to motivate players to keep playing the game until they realize that this game is actually a not a really happy game, I would say. And here, yeah, demonstrating the taxi system, and also on the third day you will meet a new colleagues who is called Carrie, and she will be the only female in your company. And also you will discover new system. For example, mums is currently sick, so the system will encourage you maybe to try to perform some activity. When your mother is happy, of course, she will cure quickly. And yeah, these are basically what you can do for those few days. And starting from the sixth day, then you will start to receive somehow frustrating letters. For example, here, as you can see, you have to pay a huge amount of money, for example, for your rent and also for the gym memberships. As you can see, a large amount of money is deducted and you have limited amount of money left. And also on the same day, luckily, Carrie said she wants to date you and encourage you to finish your work quickly. But if you really go to find Carrie on that day, you will find that Carrie will never show up. And this may be like quite depressing for some. And when the next day you try to find Carrie, you will discover that Carrie has already been fired and you will never see Carrie again. And the same day, yes, and in the same day, a main event is that when you are working, you will be interrupted and you will discover that your mother is in a coma and you have to go to the hospital immediately. As you can see here, your mother is really like close to death. And the next day, like the day following your mother's coma, I would say, and then you already discover that your mother is dead. And again, this is very depressing and you will have to pay a huge amount of money and your status will also be gone, basically. And here on the 8th day, which says 0 day left, you will find that basically the main character is totally broke. And when he is working here, as you can see, the email he's typing doesn't make any sense at all, and it's all about giving up, losing out hope, and hoping to commit suicide. And you can also see the user interface is deteriorated. And when you're visiting the doctor, the system will ask you to visit the doctor. The system will basically tell you, or the deteriorating interface will tell you basically the doctor is totally useless. As you can see here, he is just like a piece of trash lying on the floor. And the system in the end will tell you, well, this is Beautiful Life and this is basically our life. Sort of a rephrase of the first part of the game. And here, you will, in the end, you will receive 3 letters, which basically you have been fired by the company, your gym membership has been ended because you have no savings at all, and also you successfully applied for Social Security assistance, which also suggests that you are not only mentally broken, but you are financially broken. And at the end, players are left no choice but to really commit suicide. And this will be the end scene of the game. And for the end credit, I have added an extra, as you can see here, a little forum. So basically this is like a profile for players to better know like who is this main character exactly. So this is also to add an extra ironic layer to the game. So the contents here, I've also added an English version, but what I'm showing here now is in Chinese. Is people are trying to mock this player and try to make fun of him. And yeah, that's basically everything about my game. I hope you enjoy it. Thank you.